All right, let's focus. First, our conversation is around capital market. Of course, the market is on holiday today as the public holiday, but we'll look at the market, capital market growth now, and of course, the assessment of investment climate. Mr. Ambrose Omodun, Chief Research Officer, Investor Consulting Limited. He's here live with me on the show. Thank you for coming on the program. And happy democracy.
Same to you. Thanks for having me again.
I mean, where do we start? This, of course, is a special edition of the program looking at capital market growth or development under democracy. It's 23 years of democracy now. So what's your assessment of the journey so far when you look at activities in the capital market?
I would say so far, democracy has supported our market, tremendously, if I use that language, because if you look at the trend, post, 1999 election, to date, we have seen market maintaining an uptrend, despite its oscillation, which is part and parcel of market anywhere in the world. But I'll tell you, capitalism also go with democracy. When it comes to the equity market, it's pure of capitalism, that free entry and free exit. For me, the confidence of the people in the in the policy of government, when military is in power, a lot of skepticism, a lot of uncertainties,
instability.
Yes, uncertainties come with military. But since we enter democracy, 1999, you can see that we have seen an improvement in the economy. Despite we are still struggling today, but I'll tell you, when you look at where we are today as a nation and back to 1998, you see that we have moved from only that the movement might not be so fast, but I think we are not in the same position that where we are. We have moved forward, but we need more committed leaders that are visionaries, that has where they're taking us as a nation. Not that we want to recycle people that have continuing in government. We need fresh ideas, fresh insight, people that has that business background. Either you are a private sector leader or technical leader. We need people that will come with ideas. We have seen what has happened. Yes, the past government leaders have tried their best. We see that we move from one journey to the other. Either from we see when we started with telecom. I'll tell you that is the one I'll point to. Telecom today, even as we speak now, is one of the sectors that is contributing to our GDP growth. It tells you that means the leaders that had a vision then. They know where we are going, and that space is still expanding. I see we need a leader also that will have area that they will focus and say, okay, we know that in the next 20 or 10 years again, we'll be talking about the same thing, because I will tell you, when GSM came online, you can see that it's not for the poor, but today both the poor and rich have access to data, to information. We need kind of a layer of doing that vision that this area will drive Nigeria economy, this area will empower our youth, this area will make our women to be engaged. We need to know that vehicle that everybody will be there. And don't forget that this space of telecom is both for those that are in e-commerce, elite, everybody are still, and there's still more to do in that. That's why I said we need now. Also, let's look at another one. If you look at our agricultural sector, it has not been stable. I will tell you, it goes up and down, different policy here and there. But because of what is happening currently now, globally, you can see that we're trying to sit up again. But I believe that the CBN governor and his team are also done their best to this level, but we need to do more, because when there is insecurity, farmers, they will scared to go to the farm, and that is where we need to address it. If we really love Nigeria, whoever that is going to come as a leader after from 2023 or after this regime, you should know that first thing that to empower the people. If you want to empower people, you can't put them in a war zone where there is no risk. They need to make that the farm is secure. But I believe that when I was in secondary school, then village, you can go to farm, you will stay as late as 9 o'clock, you come back, no problem. But now, people can't do
things are different. Now, we're going to talk more about leadership and, of course, the quality of leadership and the kind of people that we require. We'll get back to that in a moment. For you, yes, you see a lot of things. We have seen a lot of
transformation, our move.
But for you, I mean, what's the major highlight you can say that the market has experienced so far in the last 23 years?
Okay, let's come back to even the market itself. Not forget about democracy. Okay. Also, look at transparency in our market today. Before, what we are doing is call up, in the process of want to buy share, ring bell, and all those stuff. We move from that to another stage that we can key with our computers. Now you can trade from anywhere. You see the power of technology, and also having people that also leaders that has vision. Right. I remember this the incumbent. Before this, Nigeria State was decentralized. When Oscar and his team came on board, they came with technology. That is the idea, and we can see the transparent that technology brought to the market. Today, you can trade from any corner, anywhere in the world on Nigeria's market. It's also a development, it's a growth we have seen. Also, most companies are also be kind of encouraged to be listed on the exchange. Before now, we don't have MTN on the exchange, we don't have but now, we want most of the sectors that are driving the economy to be represented on the exchange, because I'll tell you, most of those sectors before, they are not there. Before, we don't have telecom on our exchange, but today they are on our exchange.
Right.
Transparency has come to that level. And now you can, anywhere you want, you have access to data. You don't need to. Before, I remember when I was working with StockSwatch, when the market closed around 2 o'clock, as early as 1:30 or to 2, right, I'll jump into a vehicle that will take me to Nigeria Stock Exchange to go and collect hard copy of market report. But today you see that you come to your house, you get your market report, you do everything. I think it's part of what all we don't need that we need more companies to be listed with, so that we have more stock to play. But I believe before we are not up to 180, but today if you look at all the stock, those that are active or not active, there are about 180 listed companies. We need more because we need to encourage people to come to this thing. That we have access to what, to cheaper phone, and at the same time employ Nigeria, expand their business.
Now let's get to back to the issue of leadership and all of that. At the moment, I think some of the political parties have concluded on their primaries, and of course candidates have emerged as well. You look at someone like Peter Obi on the Labour Party, the APC, of course. The former governor of Lagos State, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has emerged as well. And you look at the article on PDP platform, I think you also have Adewale Adebayo on the SDP and the other, other smaller parties who are not that big, like the two major big horns that we have as well. So talking about quest for leadership and quest to looking at people, what were you expecting to see? Because of the choice we make will impact definitely on the market. Because since you talked about the fact that we have seen some successive government also made a bit of a contribution, but of course
their policies,
their policies largely, of course, is, how far the capital market go is largely dependent on the kind of policy, how friendly it is.
Yeah, actually, I'll start from awareness first before we enter the politicking and all the candidates or the people that emerge as presidential candidates and all the stuff. I will tell you that the awareness that Nigeria has today compared to what we have in 2015 and 2019 is different. The number of people online now using internet online have increased. As at the time of either 2019 or 2015, we were about 100 million, but now massively have moved to that space online. And now people are going to see what is your manifesto, what is your policy for the people. And don't forget that in Nigeria, we said that the youth had about 65% of our population. And what happened during the NSAS has also opened the eyes of the youth that we need to get things right. We have not been in this policy circle for a long time. We have left it for our elderly ones that have been there, recycle themselves, and they feel that they are Maradona, they think that they are most intelligent. Why there are some youth that in little things they are doing, go and look at in their small private business, they are doing well, but they try to keep up. But now I can see that the music is changing, because they are coming back to see. That's why I encourage even our leaders now to really give them space, even at this level. But I believe that the youth might not take over in this 2023 election. But I'm telling you, the first they are coming up with the next 2017, 2027. I see that you see youth springing up, fast, and you see them trying to take the major position in Nigeria. Then, but for now, for them, I personally will encourage that the people that were matched from any of them should give the youth space. One. Another thing is that we need to know the policy of this party,
each of these
PDP, and what. And also, when your policy is different, the individual that is going to lead to that implementing policy, when I meet the president, because anywhere, president will lead. The president won't be the minister of transportation, he won't be the minister, but he has to lead. But it's the understanding of what it takes to that will help him to move fast. That's why I say, in any mature economy, that their politics are issue-based. What can we address, and where are we coming from? For me,
so in essence, you have policy on the other side, and you have the person, the personality.
Exactly, that will drive the policy. It's two things. But if you look at the policy that are emanating from APC, I would say, yes, these are good policies that will also impact the economy positively.
Right.
But if you look at also the person that is going to be there, you can look at his face. He has been like an accountant in the private sector before going into politics, and also he's a citizen in politics to date.
Right.
Yeah, you also look at Atiku. Also, he has that from custom background. Also, he has been in government. Not only that, he had led privatization journey in Nigeria during the tenure. The PDP. You see his also background. You go to Obi, this is a pure business guy, and also you can see how transparent he is when he was the governor of Anambra State. You can now see that and say, oh, Obi also has played actively in the capital market terrain. He was once during Lord Jonathan, or he was the chairman of SEC. He understands the level to that level. I think we also understand because all the presidential process that took place during that tenure, he was down leading it.
I think he was the chairman.
He was all leading. Yeah,
at that time.
You can see now, three of them has good policy. If I see what the one that will impact capital market most we want to look at. Yes,
and that is one that investors are going to probably be buying into.
Yeah, but if you look at the three policies or the three agenda they have for now, because we want to hear them talk. We are just seeing either you are reading online, you are reading. What is the right policy? And I said in Nigeria,
I think we have to leave that to when we get into electioneering process or politicking proper. I mean, we are going into the season.
No, let me say that it's just to conclude. But if you read what they have written, and I say that Nigeria we are good in writing paper policy. If that's where we are here today, if we implement what we have as a nation, we will move faster. But we are good in drafting. When you read it, your head will be very, swell up. You'll be happy. But when it comes to implementation, you can see that something else is happening. All the articulated policy for these three major parties, they are very clean and taking us to the next level. Politically, economically, we are seeing but implementation is one that now we to look at. But I believe that as an investor, sit back and see, which among them as policy that will impact my capital market, where it will impact the economy, because you can't separate the capital market from the economy or stock market from the economy. If the economy is doing well, it's going to reflect on the stock market, on the capital market, and also capital market is also a vehicle to drive the economy. You see, they work together. Right. That means you need to understand what these three people have on the table for us as Nigerians. That will go a long way to help us.
Just before we wrap up, I just want to lessons that we can learn when we look back and say, okay, these are some of the lessons we can learn, and then imparting it and see how we can correct that to impact on the growth of the capital market. And then secondly, of course, we are in a new week. Today is public holiday already. And so we expect to get back to activities in the week as well. So give us your outlook for the market. But first, start from lessons we can learn.
Yeah, from what has happened before now, you can see that when a leader has a vision to do something, one thing that take it to the finishing. When they came with telecom reform, before Nitel is for the rich, but today, what I said, that sector was reformed. Today is impacting the economy. You can see what they contribute in terms of tax they pay, everything they are impacting the economy. We need also a reform in a sector. You can see what is also happening in the building material, where most of them have done backward integration. They don't have sourced their raw material here. You can see it's employing people and having access to this material. You can see the reform there. We need sector that when we reform, it will, as even the president continue, because that is what we need. You can see how what technology is doing now. We need also a sector that will take fine. Agriculture, if we need it, additionally, people think that is for the poor, people that are not school. But now I tell you, in the world, you can stay in a room and be doing agriculture, and you are supplying a lot of things. That means we need to take education in that sector to everybody to understand that we need to feed ourselves. Right. We need to reform that, and also I'm happy that CBN is trying to encourage, giving them some incentive. Once they did learn, but we need to go beyond that. Let's attract youth to that that space. That will take off that's another thing. But I believe that again, going forward, we have seen what the capital market, the stock market has done in terms of reform. But there's one thing I see in all their policy, I say it anywhere, that there's one of the South Korea or something where cryptocurrency before now has been active. Go and check the youth population that are playing it. You can't see that country rioting because their youth are engaged. Here in Nigeria, you can see if we want to really empower people, the idea of go and learn carpentry in Nigeria, they will say key acquisition after learning, you won't go and start. Because you want to feel that, I'm a graduate, what will I do? Empower them, and let them do something that they can make money from their comfort of their home.
Financial
exactly.
Financial education.
Exactly. Let them sit back at their corner of their home. They are making money, trading one or another. If they are trading, all trading on this stock market, we are saying, when increase the participation, company can come and raise funds, because funds are, instead of giving them 100,000, if you are giving them 100,000, give them what they need, a laptop or to do it. Like I will say it here, any day that in Invest Data, we started the whole cover and sell signal for in the market with just eight subscribers. Today we have up to like 200 subscribers. What I mean that they've marketed, you said, not that we'll do it on air, but because what you are gaining, you tell others, if you have access to that balancing, you can buy a stock within the week, you make 10%, 12%, you sell another week, you are creating wealth for yourself until you go and acquire one skill that you are ashamed to go and start. Let's change the narrative, because technology will make things easier for us. I think that is the policy I want to see in 3 of them, how they're going to empower the youth using technology that they can game themselves and make money. That is the way they should go now.
Okay. Let's wrap up now.
For the market,
as we get back to activities fully this week, yes.
For the market,
what should we expect?
We saw that market closed marginally up last week, gaining 0.55. Today's holiday. I believe that we're expecting economic data this week. When it comes, it's going to add kind of decide where funds to start flowing from, because if inflation tick up, we saw what happened in the US. Right. Inflation have moved to around 8.6 against 8.1. If that experience that from 16.98 up 82, you moved to around 17.50. That was going to also change the kind of investment decision people taking, because there's some sector that you can enter to edge this inflation. There's some stock that has capacity to edge inflation. That is what we expect that next week we might also see a mixed market. But don't forget that this is the month that usher into another earnings season, and this is the end of the quarter. At the end of the quarter, we expect fund managers and other players to do a call window dressing. That means towards the end of the might see market looking up. But I've said earlier that the month of June is a mixed market, and for that, investors should not expect that market to be totally up or down. But let's expect that market will either be flat or marginally down.
It's okay. I think we'll have to leave it there. I'm Rosamodian, Chief Research Officer, Investor Consulting Limited. Thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me
on Business Breakfast Special. Also watching Business Breakfast, we'll take a moment now, and after the break, the Central Bank of Nigeria to introduce the unstructured supplementary code as part of steps to boost the central bank digital currency. So we'll bring you details in a moment. Please stay with us.